We have here a water pump off of a... Hey Cortland, what year was that GTI?
This one? 2011?
What?
2011.
Thank you. We have here a water pump off a 2011 GTI. The water pump has a plastic housing you see here, and here's the cause of the leak. We have seen these things leak as early as 40,000 miles here. I'll go ahead and pull this seal out of here to show you. But you see here this inner ridge here is cracked and moved away, and so the seal moves out of position like that, and then the leak transposes across that wall right there. And on the CCT engines, we have been successfully upgrading to a water pump like this. This is an aluminum water pump, and you see the aluminum much stronger here. It's never going to break away like that. Almost every one we've done of these has had this very similar failure, maybe over here or somewhere else, but it always has a failure right there. And if you understand what's going on here, you have a hot engine and the engine's cast iron, and you have a hot water pump that is not cast iron. They're bolted together and they're dissimilar metals. So if they're bolted together and there's expansion and contraction, something's going to crack. And it ain't the cast iron. So a much better solution is to use an aluminum water pump. Terrible design by Volkswagen, by the way. Like I said, the first one we've ever seen was at 40,000 miles. So on the CCT engines, we've been able to upgrade to this aftermarket water pump, and it's a fantastic solution. The only problem is this is not a CCT engine. This is a CPF engine. What'd you say? CBF. Charlie Bravo Frank. So on a CBF engine, it has this sensor here, and the aluminum one does not have the sensor here. Now that means in the past we've been stuck with getting another plastic water pump or an original equipment type water pump to get this sensor. Now I'm not sure of this, but this does not look like a temperature sensor. Inside there looks like a channel. And I don't know why a temperature sensor would need a channel. I think a temperature sensor would just have a part that sticks out in the antifreeze, and it would sense the temperature. I have a theory. This theory could be wrong, but maybe this sensor is actually for sensing if the thermostat has physically opened or not. That's just a theory. If you know exactly what it's for, post it in the comments below. But so I'm trying to come up with a solution, because this customer really does not want to do this job again with another plastic water pump broken. So he really wants this style of pump. So the options I've looked at were to take this out and throw this stuff away and put this on here. Now here's the drawback of that. This is still a plastic part, so it can still leak. This still has a thermostat inside it, and that thermostat can stick. And it has this sensor in it, and that sensor can fail. So, but maybe this is an option, but unfortunately, this spring would have to go on there. I would assume that this spring is simply there to hold this piece in place. This piece does pull off. Let me show you here real quick. So I assume that the spring is just there to hold that piece in place. So even though the depth is slightly different here, I think this spring would still hold that in place. And you could actually shorten this spring, just cut it off, and it would still hold that piece in place. But the problem here is this will not go in there. I can't get it to go in. There's a slight difference, and maybe it's just minor machining differences and stuff, but this will not go in, so that isn't an option. What would be a better option would be to buy a new one of these from the dealership and then install it in there, but if it don't fit, it don't fit. I tried to call the dealership and see if this was available. This does have a part number on it, but that part number didn't get us anything. And the dealership basically said that this can only be purchased with a water pump, and so that makes it less of a good option. So here's what we're left with. We could use this water pump probably. We haven't actually installed it on there, so we don't know for sure. But we would have to leave this sensor unplugged. Maybe through tuning we could delete that sensor out of there. But maybe the computer wants to see that. Also, maybe some type of add-on device, like maybe some piece of hardware that took the temperature signal off a temperature sensor. This does have a temperature sensor right here. Drew the temperature off that sensor and then faked the computer to show that this might be working, whether it be a temperature sensor or a thermostat position sensor. But tuning that trouble code out might be an option, or some type of mechanical device, as I said, to trick the computer into thinking that was present. At this point, there's no option to get this water pump in the car. We're going to have to go with an original equipment type water pump that comes with a sensor that's made out of plastic, unfortunately. If you know anything about this, post it in the comments below. But if you learned anything from it, click like. This video is just for information purposes, but if you learned anything from it, click the like button and visit my website at www.kansas. This is called gaffing.
Should I call you Sleepy Joe, or?
Hey, I resemble that remark. This video is just for the sake of sharing information. And if you learn anything from this video, click the like button. And if you want to contribute to the continued production of these videos, visit my website at www.kansascitytdi.com and find the donate icon. If you want to watch another cool video, there's one posted right there. Check out that video also. And don't forget to click the subscribe button right there.